Hello peeps, Deadbug Davey is back and I'm hoping to get out on my H2 today. I finally brought a camera. Unfortunately, I am on, dressed in my winter gear, and it's getting actually quite hot, and I have on a dual sport helmet, so it's not very good. Anyway, just by a little Missenden, pulled over because there's a lot of traffic down here. Anyway, so back on the bike. There's a lot of sticky stones here and they're all sticking in my tyres, so I'm going to pull out of here reasonably slow, and I'm hoping whatever the issue was back there is now gone. But anyway, we'll see. I think my camera's solid on there. Cool. Right. Bike's nice and warm already. Yeah, when I was coming down here earlier, this road was solid. Don't know what someone had done, but there was traffic everywhere. And I don't even know if you're even going to pick me up, because this bike is so loud. And that looks like that's what the issue was. Looks like someone may have pulled out of there in front of someone. Oh shit, that was quite serious then. Yeah, fuck. That's quite nasty. That looked like that was quite a bad one there. That's the sort of area you do not want to pull out on someone. What's going on here? Looks like it's turning into a bit of a crazy day today. So because of this, because of what's going on back there, I'm certainly not going to give it the beans up here. I'm not going to go thrashing it down here and showing you how fast it is, because I'm just too close to the police. Anyway, I hope you can hear me. So I'm doing 60 mile an hour in 6th, and that's 4,000 RPM. Oh god, this bike's so fucking loud. Especially in this crash helmet. In my other helmets, it's not as loud as this, but gives me a bit more of a representation of exactly how loud this thing is. So yeah, I've had this bike since 2015. I haven't done many miles on it because I own multiple bikes, so this is kind of my summer bike. I only ride it when I feel like it. You have to be switched on in your brain to actually ride this, so if you get up feeling a bit shit, it's just not worth riding it, it's just not worth the aggro. It's been a great bike, and this is my last run probably this year on this before I put it away for the winter. You know, get it off the floor, fill the tank up, fuel stabilise in it, probably chuck a bit of ACF on it, and then leave it till the spring. Yeah, I only tax them for 6 months of the year. There's just no point otherwise. But yeah. It's been a wicked bike, I absolutely love it. And as you can see, you can get a boogie on without even trying. So this bike, I'm not even going to give you, what's this thing? I'm not even going to give you wheel horsepower ratings, because people say that you're lying. I remember when I first had this, and it was tuned, and I gave numbers in the Kawasaki owners group, and they all said I was lying. And then all of a sudden more and more people were getting their stuff done, and they were producing sometimes the same, similar, or quite a bit more. And then all of a sudden it's then the gospel truth then. So, but that's the problem with Facebook, is that people just don't believe you. You know, they'll call you a liar. So anyway, this bike has been flashed. I've got a lot of carbon fibre on it, got zero gravity screen. I can't remember what air filter, I think it's a DNA. Stay away from the K&N air filters, because the actual area, the actual filter area, the bit that filters the air, is very small. It's very similar to the stock, probably even less actually. So go towards a DNA or a Sprint or something like that. But yeah, I haven't really changed anything on it. I haven't even needed to. Things like, say, the chain in the, I don't know how many miles I've done on it now, like say 2,000, I'm sure I've done more than that, but in 2,000 miles, even after brand new, even after its first service, the chain never even needed adjusting. It's still absolutely fine. So the chain is 100% the best chain I have ever had on a bike. And I don't know why people, unless it's for the aesthetics of the look of it, I don't understand why people would even change a chain on one of these, because the chain that's on it is fucking amazing. I don't get it, but I guess it is for the look, for the gold or whatever, but I'd rather have a silver chain than a gold chain on one of these. So yeah, anyway, at the moment I'm just heading towards DWR in Aylesbury. Well, I should be able to catch like this bike, you know, film it doing the classic 30 mile an hour in fifth. This isn't as compliant as other bikes I've got, but it does it. It's not really an issue. It's just kind of an issue that it wants to go. So it's kind of like right on the edge of it, being like going. It's not like it struggles and it dislikes it, or it, you know, blobs up and down and struggles. It's just, yeah, it's just not that sort of a bike, but it does it. Yeah, I'm trying to do like a different review on bikes like these, because everyone that rides these bikes and does a review on them, they ride them fast, and it's a sports bike. Every sports bike's fast, and you know, how many videos are there actually out there now where you see how fast these are? People just riding them in fast in a straight line. It's not anything unusual anymore. So I'm not going to do that. See, even that guy there, normally if I didn't have my camera on, I'd be racing him. I just can't be bothered, you know, I'm riding my bike. So you just don't know how close the police are, so yeah. So at the moment, I'm gonna probably, I'm not sure if I'm gonna go the short way or the long way. I'm a bit, yeah, I don't know. The long way's not much longer, but it's a bit longer. But I kind of want to give this bike a run before I put it away for the winter. God, this fucking thing's loud. And look, that's like doing 70 in 6th, and that is like instant. These things are a fucking animal. And people that say, you know, they're heavy, blah 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 blah, they are a heavy bike. You know, if you put these next to an R1 or an S1000 RR, they are heavy, but they're not like a track bike like those are. And you know, the wheelbase is a lot longer on this, so it's just not going to handle the same. It's just not going to. It's just not going to work like that. So I don't know if you can see that, but the dash in that sort of light, sorry, I've got to keep an eye on that thing, it's just horrible. Can hardly see it. It's horrible. And I've not got a tinted visor, I've got a clear visor at the moment. And that goes back to the reason why I'm wearing this crash helmet, actually. the sun is very low, and I have really sensitive eyes to bright lights. So if the sun's shining in it, or I get a torch and I'm using it to read a bit of paper, my eyes mess up for a few hours. So I'm trying to do the best. Even if I wear like a really dark tinted visor, dark tinted visor, it ain't gonna stop that sun coming through and dirtying my eyes. So at the moment, it's all about the dual sport. So anyway, for now, I'm going to sign off. I'm probably going to park up in a minute and then take some photos in my usual area, and then I'll get back on the road and I'll get back to you. See you in a bit. Right, as promised, I didn't pull over, I just kind of carried on. Sorry, put my sun thing down. I'm now doing 30, don't know if you can see that, 30 in fifth. The problem is it's kind of on and off, as I said, because you're just tickling the throttle, just. So that's why sometimes it feels like it's on and off. It feels a little stuttery, but it's all to do with getting used to actually ride it. But this is one of the things when I had it tuned, I was like, it has to be able to do this. I do not want it being jolting, like surging forward and like struggling. And I didn't want to have to ride it in second or third gear at 30 mile an hour, because that's just shit. I don't want to do that. The bike's really loud, and I don't want to, even at 4,000 RPM it's loud, so I don't want to ride it through a town doing 30 in second or third gear at whatever RPM and waking everybody up. So this is just above tick over. It's 30 mile an hour in fifth is about 2,000 RPM. It's just ticking over. But it won't struggle like, well, problem is these ain't going to be fast, but it will just accelerate. I'm accelerating now. There's no clutch, not even using my left hand. Could accelerate a lot quicker, but cars are so fucking slow. Now because it's so fucking loud. I don't know if you're going to pick me up on this mic at all. See what I mean? So slow. Anyway, let's get back to the bike. I discussed it in one of my other videos, like the likes and dislikes, and one of my dislikes is definitely this fucking clock. It's just, in certain lights, especially if the sun is where it is today, like right in front of me up there, aiming down and hitting the screen, you can't see the fucking screen, you can't see the dash. That is the one and only, you stay where you are, thank you. It's the one and only gripe I've got, to be honest. I don't know if you can see that, but I can't fucking see it. I can see bits when I angle myself. Apart from that, I can't see fuck all. It's fine once the sun's beside you or behind you. It's not a problem. I don't know if it's the screen though. I don't think it is. Oh, I don't know. But yeah. So that's pretty much my only dislike of the bike. Fuel economy, yeah, not great, but to be honest, who's got a 200 brake horsepower plus? Believe me, this is way over 200 brake horsepower. Who's got a 200 brake horsepower plus sports bike, which is actually good on fuel? They're not. You don't buy a bike like this to do commutes on. In fact, I actually think this has got a better fuel economy than my MT10. So, yeah, you live with it. It's fine. What a gorgeous day today. It's now, I'm not sure what date it is. I think it's the 19th of October today. So that's why this will be going away. This is going away the end of this month. Yeah, be gone for 6 months. And that will be because of salt. And I'm not going to ride this in the fucking shit. You know, the bike's important to me, so it's not going to be ridden in the crappy weather. It's as simple as that. See, now the sun's behind me, the dash is fine, because I can see it. But then this is creeping over, and then it blocks it. That's the one and only gripe. I hate that about this bike. Which is one of the things they've changed on the 2019 model, is they put a TFT dash, same shape as this, so it'll be the same as the one on the SX SE, the H2 SX SE, which I never really liked TFT dashes, but I used that and I really liked it. Very informative, and I think that would actually be my way to go. I think I'd prefer the TFT dash to this one. But I don't want to change my bike. I'm not going to sell this bike to get one of those bikes for the TFT dash. And I know they say they've got more brake horsepower, but I bet all they've done is removed some of the restrictions that they had in the ECU on these early bikes. I know they've made changes to the airbox. I think it's got the SX airbox on the new H2, and I think it's got the SX supercharger. So apparently it makes more power with the same fuel economy as these. But I just have a funny feeling they've just de-restricted certain parts of the ECU to make the power. Because a lot of people, when you get these bikes and they're completely stock, and you de-restrict them, even if it's just got the stock exhaust, people are still getting like 240 brake horsepower, which is more than the new one makes. So I reckon it's just de-restricted a bit more. But yeah, be nice if they actually sell the TFT dash as a accessory that I can buy to put on this bike. That would be fucking wicked. But we'll see. It's nice to see a lot of bikers out today, and there is quite a few. I just wanted to say as well, when I pulled over, just before I started filming, a young gent on a bike pulled up with his car, friend in a car, just to make sure, because I parked up at the side of the road, they were just making sure I was okay. So, if you're watching this, any of you two lads, thank you very much for that. Very nice fellas. I only talked to him for a few minutes, but it's nice meeting you. Yeah. But that's one of the things with this bikes. It's hard to explain these bikes, because you do meet, I'm sorry to say it, hang on, put my visor down, you do meet a lot of dickheads, right? Because it's this sort of bike. I'm going uphill, better change that. It's the sort of bike where people that own it, not all of them, some of the guys I've met on Facebook of this are wicked. But some of them just have a, I don't know, it's hard to explain. You know, they have to have more power. You know, my dick's bigger than yours type thing. And it does get really tiring, to be honest. But to be honest, I haven't met any arseholes. You know, people, just because you're like that doesn't make you a bad bloke or anything. So I'm not going to say that people are arseholes, because that's just ridiculous, because you get arseholes no matter what. Alright, so hopefully the road I'm going to on the right, oh for fuck's sake, that's the one I wanted to go down, and the road is shut. Buttocks! That's like one of my favourite little roads down there, just to actually just fly down. So anyway, I'm probably gonna switch off now, because these roads around here are a bit poo. And now that I've gone the long way round, I've now got to go the long way round. Perfect. Anyway, I'm going to sign off for a bit and I'll come back in a bit. Now I'm back now. I thought I'd get some video here. Nice sweeping countryside lanes. It's been a long time since I've actually ridden these roads, so I can't remember what roads, like what corners are called or what. Don't remember it. Did you notice that there? I don't know if you would have done. I haven't mentioned it yet. That was the auto blipper. Can't believe I didn't even mention that. But anyway, the auto blipper, one good thing about it, oh yeah, there's something I've got to say. On these reviews nowadays, people say, oh, you've got a quick shift up and you've got a quick shift down. Downwards is an auto blipper. It's not a fucking quick shifter. It's not. It's a blipper. Right, ran over. Anyway, right, so you buy a blipper, so when you're coming into, say, a corner, you just roll off and it's clutchless downward shifts. And it actually revs the engine when you actually do it. But the good thing about that is, of course, so when you're actually doing it, you can look cool. That's number one, of course. You can obviously change down without using the clutch. That's quite important. But most important, before even the number one, it's kind of like up on the pedal stool, like the Champ, is that you can point at bitches with your finger. You know, you can just riding along. So say there's a nice bitch, there you go. Oh, I wasn't doing high enough revs. Anyway, so yeah. Oh, pheasant. Nice to see you going along here. You see a real nice biatch in the distance. You can take your hands off. You can give her a wave, or and then you can just roll off the throttle and do it. Annoyingly, like that. And you can just go, yeah, bitch. See? And then obviously she's then ready. She's ready for you. And why wouldn't she be? You just rode past her and you blipped her engine twice without even using the clutch. Like, well, if there's any women out there that don't get wet and start salivating for a gentleman that rides past them like that, then I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't. I really don't. Anyway, I'm going to stop recording now and I'll catch you up in a bit. Back again. Just going round. I'm not really sure what else to say really. I was thinking about the new version of this bike and how much I think it's going to cost. I don't know how much these ones are now. I think they're about 25, 26. The new one, with all like the changes to the IMU, the dash, ECU, supercharger, airbox, you know, it's got to be pushing 30 now. It's got to be 28, 29. So, you know, it's an expensive bike. But still, it's, yeah, there is no other bike like this that you could just buy. A lot of people say, you know, you can buy a Hayabusa or a GSX-R 1000 or any sort of thing like that, slap a turbo on it and you will make more power than this. And they will actually make a hell of a lot more torque. But it's still not a H2, it's not the same. So it just depends what you want. It's not like, if you buy this, you don't buy that sort of a bike. You know, you're buying like a production bike. You're not buying something that has been settled and changed. But it's going to be 28 grand, I reckon, if not more. I'm betting on 28 and a half. I can't remember what this was. This was 22, I think, when they first came out, or 22 and a half, something like that. Yeah. God, these roads, man, these roads are horrible. It's been a long time since I've been this way. As you know, I'm on my way to see Dave at DWR, and DWR is the other side of Aylesbury, where I'm kind of in Wadston. Well, close to Wadston, and there's a shop here we normally go into called On Your Bike, which is a dealer for, see, I can't see the fucking light now, be careful here, 35's right. Yeah, they sell Kawasaki's. They sold me this, as you can see, because it's on my tab. Bang, bang, bang. They sell all Ducatis and Aprilias, and they used to be a Yamaha dealer as well, but they're not no more. So I'm not going to go in there because I'm on my way to Dave's, so anything can wait. And the problem is I go in there and I spend hours in there, which I do at DWR as well. So, and because I didn't go the short way like an idiot, I decided to go the long way, which was good. But then when I got to the long way, that was shut, and then I had to go the long way, which has brought me around here. So yeah, it's a bit shit. I don't really have time to visit both shops. There you go. It's an absolutely stunning day for it though. And one of the reasons why I'm going to DWR, well, they're my friends, so I go there anyway. But Dave actually has a H2. His is has the stage 1 gearing, which I can't remember their power, but certainly got more than mine. And he's developing stage 2 gears, and he's also developing an intercooler to keep the temperatures of the boost down. I'm not too worried because mine's still quite stock. Well, I haven't changed the gearing or anything like that for the supercharger, so I'm not overly worried about intercoolers. So I'm probably just going to leave mine. And here on the left is On Your Bike, just there. Been quite busy. If I don't take long over Dave's, then I might come over and grab some food there. We'll see. Typically I'm stuck behind probably the biggest fucking lorry on the road. Anyway, seeing as I'm stuck behind that, I'm going to sign off and I'm going to sign back on when we get closer to DWR. Hi, again, I've just stopped. This is where I would have been coming out of if I would have been going the long way before I had to go the long way. I just thought I'd stop in here because it's beautiful. And to show you another little walk around the H2. After this, I'm going to be heading that way, down into there, and I'll take you to DWR. I stopped here, which is probably the worst place to stop, because this is like ice with these Alpine Star boots on. Anyway, so yeah, I'll just give you a quick walk around, I guess, of the bike, just so you can see what it is, see what parts it is. So at the moment, you know, I've got the seat covers, as you can see. I've got the full stainless steel exhaust system. At the moment, I'm thinking about getting a titanium one from a guy in Australia. I'm not going to name drop any makes of these, you know, I will do if need be. But yeah, I'm looking at getting a titanium one. Got all carbon fibre bits, like lower fairings, these bits, all up here, around the dash, screen. Carbon fibre bits at the front, like around the surrounds. They're wicked. They were the hardest part to fit by a long, long way. All the parts up at the tank, all the surrounds, as I said. Air tube. Excuse like the watermarks. I gave this a little rinse off before I left this morning. Sprocket cover, hugger, swing arm bit. I never got the shark fin chain guard bit. Don't know why. Yeah, and obviously tail tidy. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I've kind of had done. I'm slightly annoyed in certain areas, like looks like it's done it again. Like there's really fine hairline scratches on the tank, like in these areas, and I kind of wish I'd have done what one of the other guys had done, and he done his tank pad in like a clear, completely clear thing, and you know, you could cover the bigger area. I wish I'd have taken this off when I got that polished and then put like a bigger clear one on. But hey, you live and you learn. So yeah, so now I'm gonna ride up into Aylesbury and I'll show you which way it is. I probably won't record from here because I don't know how long it takes actually to get into there, but I'll yeah, I'll sign off and then I'll start recording a little bit further down. Right, I am now back, and I'm not far from where I need to be. Yeah, so final thoughts on this bike. This is without doubt the best bike I've ever owned and probably will ever own, and I love it like it's my own child. I do struggle with it at the moment. I am struggling because, as you know, well, some may not know, but I had an accident not long ago. I was knocked off and I dislocated my arm. I snapped tendons. The tendons were holding my collarbone in place, so now, like, my collarbone has shifted and it's sticking up, kind of sticking. It's almost out. Well, it's not out my skin, but it's up on top of my shoulder like a big bump. So at the moment, bikes like this are kind of, they do cause me a bit of discomfort. They're not impossible to ride, but they do hurt. So yeah, I've kind of slowed down, especially this year. Riding this one, it has just been a bit of a whitewash. I just haven't had the chance. You know, I was kind of out of riding for a little while. I certainly wouldn't have been strong enough to ride this when my arm was in a sling and stuff. Even after that, I just wouldn't have been strong enough. I just couldn't. I wasn't able to put the pressure downwards onto it. Even now, it's kind of painful, and it actually depends what bag I'm using as well. Sometimes the bag puts pressure in a bad way and it hurts. So, which is kind of what this one does, but you live with it, don't you? But yeah, I think this is. Go on then, fucking hell! How long these people take to actually move in this fucking place? No one coming, and then you speed. You know what I mean? I'm doing 30, and that car was just pulling away. Fucking speeding, and you couldn't even fucking pull away properly. And no car coming to your right, and you still piss around. Anyway. Yeah. It's probably the best bike I've ever had, ever will have. It's got everything, really. The only thing you couldn't really do is commute on it. But my mates on Facebook who have these, they have toured on them. They have gone across countries, you know, somewhere in Europe with them. So anyway, here we are. I'm on my way to DWR. So you have this drive-in McDonald's. And then you have all these, you know, home base, all these other places. It's got a big Tesco's Extra. This is in Aylesbury, by the way. So if you ever want to come here, big Tesco's Extra. And you take a right here at this roundabout. And there is a sign right there, DWR Motorcycles. And he is over. Be careful on that roundabout as well, because it's always slippery. Okay, now it's busy there. He's around this corner. Hopefully you get to see him, because he's one sexy biatch. I don't know where the fuck my dad is. That is interesting. Oh well. Did you say give us a go or give us a blow? I was going to say I'll do them both, but it depends in which order. You just never know, do you? So, just got away from DWR. Been there quite a bit longer than I normally expect to, which is a not common thing there. Just had something downloaded onto this. I haven't had it tuned anymore, but there's some software to do with the on and off throttle, to do with, I don't know, apparently when it was off throttle it completely cut the fuel, so that's why a lot of these bikes seem really jerky at very small throttle inputs, very, like the initial input of the throttle. Seems better actually. I've just rode it through the town. Seems a lot more eager to just ride at a normal speed. Of course it's still on and off, because I'm honestly doing 6th gear at 40 mile an hour, stuck behind these. You're probably like the first 3% of the throttle. Like, it is like a little bat, like nothing there at all. So of course it's going to be twitchy, because you are in the area where it's on and off. Yeah. But yeah, great. I'm happy with it. While I'm here, before I sign off, just want to say thanks again to the subscribers. I've had a few more, even though I haven't actually made any videos, so that was quite nice. So yeah, thanks again for those, and hope you still like my style of videos that I'm making, honest reviews. Let's get past this car. Fuck me. Well, man. But yeah, somewhat on this. Let's get in front of this car. When they were doing the was something to do with the engine braking, and I'm not really used to having very small engine braking. So rolling off, it is still there, but I don't know. Didn't seem to be much when I was back there, but yeah. Anyway, this bike is fucking insane. It's a lot louder than I realised. This crash helmet is not well, it's a dual spot, it's not something I'd ride on this anyway, but it's certainly not something made for a bike like this, definitely. Yeah, the helmet makes it really hard to to record when I'm riding this bike. Any other bike's fine. I don't even know how the video, if you're even going to hear a word I'm saying, so I'm just hoping that the video is actually worth putting up. I'll probably still put it up anyway, you could just hear me shouting for like no real reason. So let me just double check before I sign off. I'm in 6th gear, drop it down to 40 here. Yeah, nice and smooth. It's nice. I don't know how much of a difference the switch thing that he's put on here has made. It seems to have done. I don't know if it's a placebo, like it's all in my mind. I do not know. Seems good. So yeah, I'm gonna probably sign off. Not far off getting home now, so I'm just gonna ride home, put this into storage. Well, I'm gonna fill it up with petrol, and then probably ride it back and then start putting it away. So for now, Deadbug Davey, I'm going to sign out. I will see you on my next review or ride or whatever I'm doing. I'm going to try to make more videos because I've become really lax lately. So I'll try to make some over the winter. I don't know if I'll do any reviews, but I'll see what comes up. So for now, Deadbug Davey is going to sign out, and I wish you all well, I'm not going to wish you a happy Christmas because I'm way off that yet, but ride safe through the winter months, keep your bikes clean, protect for the salt and all that crap. And Deadbug Davey, I'm signing out. I'll catch you all on the flip flop. Latest taters.